Alrighty everybody, Flamin' Shark back with another video, and we're going to be jumping into Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc's 5th episode, and apparently we are in the pre-trial prep, which I thought we had already done, but apparently this is like a little mini mode where you can just figure things out. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen, there is a thing kind of just summarizing what's going on. It's nothing we need to read, but jumping into this trial, I don't think this episode's going to be super long, but it might actually be really long. It really depends on how fast the trial goes. I feel like the first trial will be the quickest trial, and I feel like it's actually very straightforward. While Makoto and company might not know, really, I mean, Kyoko probably already knows from what it looked like in the last episode, but Makoto clearly has no idea what actually happened, but, we have all this evidence, and obviously we're going to get to use all of it in whatever form the game decides to play. There's really nothing to review. There's nothing else of note here. But it's interesting because what I think is going to happen here with Makoto is he's going to get kind of babied into it. But he's also going to kind of find his skill at this type of thing, and I wonder if it's almost like it's setting up a thing where, like, he just hadn't found his ultimate yet, and over the course of the game, he's going to find his ultimate, which is being the ultimate, like, investigative, detective, lawyer, whatever, you know, basically Ace Attorney, for lack of a better term, right? I'm thinking that might happen, because obviously the ultimate lucky student thing is mostly a meme. And then the other thing that I think is really interesting going into this is, are there going to be any surprises that I'm not foreseeing? Because Leon is almost undoubtedly the killer. I think it's way too early for the game to set it up this hard and then not give it to us. The big giveaway, I mean, obviously his name, but also the fact that only the baseball player could make that throw in the trash room with Hiro's crystal ball. Those are the two obvious things, but I think the two of them together really make it obvious that Leon is the killer. And yeah, I'm just really curious to see how this plays out. We don't have any skills. I don't know what the deal is with that yet, but I guess we'll find out later. And then yeah, finish preparations. I guess that just means jump into the trial. I'm very excited for this, and I was informed, so I guess technically super minor spoiler, but I was informed by a friend that the trial is basically entirely voice acted, so I'm gonna get to focus on just the story and focus on my theories, and not even really theories. I don't really think theories are even a thing here. I really know what happened. I just need to put it all together and prove that Leon killed Sayaka, because I'm pretty sure it's all pretty obvious. I mean, we'll see if there's anything that I haven't put together yet, but yeah, anyways, let's jump into the trial. I hopefully this part doesn't take too long. This will probably be more of a gameplay part. I probably won't say too much, but it should be fun. Trial. Class trial, all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Sounds good.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
We're all getting yeeted.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
This will be a fun episode, because I really won't have to do voices this episode, which will be a nice change of pace.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Wow, Taka.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
To signify who we've lost so far.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died.
Wow.
Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Jesus.
Friendship penetrates?
What the hell, Hifumi?
Okay, but what about
Okay.
that other empty seat?
Oh.
There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why
Oh.
are there 16 seats?
What's this about?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Was there someone... Does that mean there's another character in the game? Was there someone who, You know what? That's actually an interesting point, right? Because there's 15, and if I'm not mistaken, the boy-girl split is 8-7, so... That is actually interesting. Oh, I can't check it right now. I wanted to check my, PDA, my e-handbook, to see if I could see if we're down a girl or down a boy, but, well, I mean, now we're down 2 girls, at least, because of, what happened, but you guys know what I mean as far as the initial 15. But that is actually really interesting, so that means that one person either never showed up to Hope's Peak or whatever and was never part of this, or, for whatever reason, we haven't met them yet. Potentially the mastermind? Huh. It's funny, I haven't really considered the possibility of the mastermind not being any of the students. But I guess it is possible that it is none of these potatoes, especially if the storyline of Danganronpa can actually lead into a grander storyline that leads into Danganronpa 2. Because I do have to consider this game does have a sequel, and then it gets a little messy after that. But just in the purest form, Danganronpa does have a sequel, Danganronpa 2. So I'm very curious if that's going to play into it somehow. Because you have to consider that this game would have had to have its own satisfying ending, yet whatever happens in this game will allow it to have sequels.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
I'm ready. Hopefully this isn't too hard, as I am terrible at video games.
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin, the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me, everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin, would you like to hear more? Absolutely. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. Okay, this is one of our game mechanics. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements, so kind of like a testimony, but it's free-flowing between different characters. What this means is you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say, alright? Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Okay, so you don't even have to pick it. Okay, that seems pretty easy, because you don't even have to pick the specific evidence or truth bullets in this case. Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the... Yeah, okay. Pay close attention to each character's statements, and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Okay. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically... Okay, there's a time limit. And press start, you can review the controls. I think that's fine. There was really nothing there. It was basically just you aim with the left stick, and you press and you shoot with triangle. For me. Alright, make your argument. Let's go. Evidence of a struggle. Okay, let's see what happens. So let's see how much time they give us, and if... Okay, we have 10 minutes.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Okay.
Yeah, we know that part already.
Alright.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
Yep.
In the bathroom.
Yep.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Yeah, that's wrong. And it's even golden, so it's obvious that that's what we do. Okay, yeah. That's like the, that little part right there was like the Ace Attorney part, where if you go through the whole testimony, they try to give you a hint about it, so I'm just gonna skip those. But I wanna hear all the dialogue before I actually point out the, contradictions. So I wanna run through, so I think how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna let all of them say what they wanna say, and then I'm gonna skip the little Makoto nonsense, unless I feel really stuck, and then I'm gonna go and try and actually go and use my truth bullet. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Yep. Within a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? Yep, gold. That, in fact, the color that you used right there. That represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Okay, so just points of notice. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots, so we can't just shoot white text. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you could fast forward an argument. Oh, that makes it even better. By holding down the B button, okay, or the circle button for me. Well then, go GLHF.
I assert that the one who was murdered.
Oh my god, that voice.
In the bathroom. So it seemed the killer must have taken her by surprise while she didn't even have a chance to resist.
Bang!
No, that's wrong.
Alright, that's like our objection. No, that's wrong. So Makoto says it hella gay.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Yeah, there was obvious signs of a struggle. Yeah.
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
No doubt, Makoto.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Sayaka and the killer.
Between Sayaka
Yeah.
and the killer,
Duh.
of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
Nope.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Honestly, I'm with Tagami in this one, as much as I love you, Chihiro.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Alright, the knife.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Indeed. I like the pacing, though. It's very fast-paced. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Alright, and back into another non-stop debate. Alright, here we go. Make your argument. Kitchen knife set, okay. The fact that the second biggest one was missing, yeah, we already have that. And it's loaded in the chamber. Alright, here we go.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
Gay.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Sure.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No.
How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
Yeah, we don't care.
So what was used to kill?
There was some kind of without a doubt.
So the killer used some random...
Bang!
No, that's wrong.
God, I wish Makoto had a better, like, objection. No, that's wrong.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
And we're eventually getting to Hina's testimony pretty soon.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
Yep.
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Yep.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sorta see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Sorta?
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Yeah.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Nope! You're already deflecting. Look at you.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Makoto's not that stupid, I think.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Fair enough.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not gonna change that conclusion.
Oh, it will. Oh, it will, Leon. You're gonna get fucked.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
Like, you haven't figured out the whole thing already, Kyoko, and you aren't just stringing Makoto along.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. I would absolutely like to hear more. You can concentrate by holding down the R1 button. Right bumper, but R1 for me. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover. Okay, so it's kind of like the Fallout... I don't know if this is in like all the Fallout games, because I've only ever played like a little bit of, I think it was New Vegas, but if you've ever played Fallout New Vegas, they have that kind of like slow-mo, or not even slow-mo, but it's like a special targeting kind of thing that you can do in that to shoot things. You probably, if you played it, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like that, except we're just shooting text. And there's that GLHF again. Oh my god. Ooh, ooh, this soundtrack. Ooh, ooh, I like this. Yep, Hina's account. Yep. It's locked and loaded in the chamber.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Yep.
But where does that get us?
There he goes again with that.
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
Hina says otherwise.
He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall.
And there's the sauce.
And then he went and stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it?
Nope.
Yes, then it's been decided. We've reached the end.
Oh, I just realized on the side there it has 8 things, and it's each statement, so it shows me. It actually shows me ahead of time how many statements there are.
Where does that Makoto must have taken it? He did it in secret when nobody was in.
No, that's wrong.
Got him. Dude, I can tell I'm gonna get so hyped when the case is hard.
Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Like, when we actually are doing a case where I don't know who the killer is, I know I'm gonna get so hyped for this, though. And, there's, it's, they're making it way more difficult. Because right now, it's so easy, they're literally only giving us one option to even hit with a truth bullet. Like, it's that easy so far.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Oh, I will, Toko. I'll say so much more to you. I really should have been going after Toko. I already love her so much.
Well, what if I have a witness?
Yep, Hina.
What do you think, Hina?
Yep.
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Man, I love the way this, whole, just, the HUD and how everything, all the graphics look in this game. It looks so clean. Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
Yeah, we need a definitely, not a think.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
You know what I'm wondering? I can't believe I didn't think of this until now, but obviously, because if you remember how Sayaka was acting, she was probably planning to murder Leon, and Leon just managed to turn it around on her and killed her. And the reason I say that, this just hit me, and I just realized, Sayaka's gonna be the one who took the knife, and Sayaka was obviously doing all this, and that was kind of my theory initially, was that Sayaka felt like she was going to murder someone, and then it turned out that she got killed, but I wonder if she was still actually trying to murder Leon, but he just got turned around on her. Because I just realized, I bet you Leon didn't take the knife. I bet you we're going to be able to prove that Leon didn't take the knife, which means I bet Sayaka took the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Damn! Everyone's shitting on Hina, holy crap.
Idiot swimmer girl?
I know, right?
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Dude, I love the graphic on the left side where it says case 1. The graphic of the people, because sometimes it's just a stable graphic, but sometimes it's like that. It's literally the triggered meme. You guys know the triggered. It's literally when they get triggered, they're doing the trigger meme. This is literally triggered before triggered was a thing.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Good question, important question.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Probably, but not necessarily. Not if if we have like a situation where two of the characters fall in love with each other, whether real or bullshit, and one of them convinces the other, hey, I'm gonna murder this person, you help me get away with it, and I will be able to be free and you'll die. But that would be a hard sell, because if they fell in love with each other, I would think if anything they would try to live out their life in Hope's Peak together forever. So I don't know, we'll see.
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Because I definitely think that's not going to come up in this case, but it could come up in a future case.
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Wow, that's an easy way to just do it. Let Monokuma just tell us.
Oops. Did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife.
Yep.
So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Definitely wasn't Hina.
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I'm gonna assume it was Sayaka, because if it's Leon, that's gonna make Leon suspicious, and the game's gonna make it, like, it's gonna be more of an adventure to get to the fact that Leon's the killer, even though it's super obvious.
I can.
Ah, there we go, Sakura.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
There you go.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Wow.
Actually, no. Because, well...
Well, what?
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Oh.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
Alright, Hina and Sakura are both not the criminal, which we already knew because it's freaking Leon, but...
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
No, it just says dormitories. It doesn't say whose dorm.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
Yes, and Makoto and Sayaka took advantage of that as well. Advantage might be the wrong word given what happened, though.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
Yes, the rules do allow for a guy and a girl, or two girls, or two guys, to, you know, share a room together and get busy.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Hey, we love unwholesome here. This is the Flamin' Shark. I don't know if you've watched any of my reactions, Taka, but I love me some unwholesome. I mean, I love wholesome too, but...
But I'm a girl.
There is that too. I didn't even process that Taka just called Sakura a guy. Oh my god, that's the mistake that, that Makoto almost made.
What? You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
It's gonna be Sayaka, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
It has to be Sayaka.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
I'm with Tagami. Oh my god, I vibe with this man so much. I feel like if I was a character in this, in another life, if I was born into stupid amounts of wealth and was more of I would have grown to be more of an asshole, and I just would have been Tagami. Like that, I feel like there's just a part of me that just vibes with this man.
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Ooh, yep, Sayaka. Someone who's not here? Or are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Yep. Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Wow. Obviously Sayaka. We literally just went over that. Okay, game.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
Yes, sir.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
Yeah.
Then the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Yep.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
And that's also true. The fact that Sayaka took the knife means Makoto's not off the hook.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
Calm down, girl.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
If only Makoto was that cool, Hifumi. If only. Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Could you imagine this game if playing as Makoto, you actually had to kill all of them one by one? It was like it was the same rules, but if you replace like the get away with one murder with like last person standing gets to leave, and you have to actually play as the killer, kill everyone, and then get away with it, that would be sick as hell. It'd be like a reverse Ace Attorney or reverse Danganronpa, essentially. Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering.
No. What did the killer do that didn't make sense? Oh, the door. It's gonna be the bathroom.
And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Makoto wouldn't have had to tear apart the bathroom door, I assume, is what she's talking about.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Dude, it's really weird because I know I'm probably coming off as like, oh my god, this guy freaking knows everything, but honestly, like, having played, you know, like, I just love these type of, like, mystery, like, game, like, this is so my genre for video games. This case is so obvious. I assume most of you, like, were able to figure all of this out, like, pretty easy, because this case is, like, on a silver platter. Like, I feel like it really does feel like an Ace Attorney first case, but maybe even easier than that. Like, this is really giving you the whole, like, they're spoon-feeding it to us. Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Yeah, what the fuck is a Hangman's Gambit? This is another game mechanic, I guess. As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Okay, so we're getting more of the gun mechanic. Use the left... Yeah, okay. So yeah, triangle is just the button to shoot. If you shoot down the wrong letters, so damage your influence gauge. Gauge reaches 0, you run out of time, you fail. Alright, and then there it is again, GLHF. Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. I actually don't know what they're referring to off the top of my head. I'm definitely forgetting something right now. If we could just figure out what that something is. Alright, so let's see exactly what this means. So let's see how big this phrase is. Hangman's Gambit. 4 letters. H-I... It's hair. With the hints, it's obviously hair. Where's the R? There it is. Yeah, it's hair. The second
now I understand.
The second I realized it was H-I and then A's started coming up, it was like, oh yeah, okay.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
Yeah, because the lint roller was used and someone was hiding their hair and oh, of course. If Makoto murdered him, or her, sorry, if Makoto murdered her, why on earth would he clean up the hair when it's his room? But if someone else killed her, why would they would have to clean up their hair? Because otherwise, if we found Leon's hair all over Makoto's room, the scene of the crime, it would be obvious that Leon did it. Yeah, like that'd be the smoking gun right there.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
And there's no reason for Makoto to do that.
Yes, and if I were the culprit...
He's about to explain it.
Why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Yes, sir.
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
Yep.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
Objection. No, no, Celeste. No. They left the freaking body. They were not trying. It wasn't that Sayaka, it was the killer.
That makes sense, does it not?
Not when you leave the body.
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
I'm sorry if I'm not sounding too over-the-top enthusiastic. I'm actually feeling really good. I just don't know if it's coming across in my voice today. I think it's because I'm not actually doing the voices, so I'm not having to, like, really get, like, into all the different terrible voices I do, and I think that's actually making me sound a little more relaxed, which might be a good thing. I don't know. Hopefully you guys are into my nonsense.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Yep.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Sure.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Yep.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
The door. The bathroom door.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Yep.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
Yes, they did.
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Yep.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yes, I do. The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the hinge, the doorknob thing. Yep. Where is it? There it is. Right there. Take that!
I got it!
I got it!
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Yes, sir.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
Oh my god, Chihiro looks so cute! Oh my god, look at her. Oh my god, I love her hair so much, too.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Yeah, but it doesn't lock. But it has that weird, glitchy... It's broken, sort of. So, like... But, Makoto knows about it, obviously, because Monokuma told him.
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
Makoto wouldn't have broke it down.
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
Yep.
This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
I'm so curious what freaking Kyoko's ultimate is. Oh my god. I'm so interested in that.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Detective, assassin, something wild like that. That is a combination of all of those things. CIA, well, not CIA, but like the Japanese equivalent of like a secret agent of some kind.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Oh my god, she's getting smug! Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Okay, we got more non-stop debate sauce. Okay. From here on out, okay. So now we're gonna have multiple options, and we're gonna have, we're gonna be able to present, or shoot, our truth bullets at things that are wrong. So we're gonna there will be options that will get us in trouble, not just the one option. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. Yep. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false, of course. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said. Okay, so they're introducing that in this trial. I was wondering if in this trial they would just baby us that hard, but it looks like they're slowly unbabying us, even though they're probably still gonna baby us pretty hard in the first case. Yep. GLHF. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Make your argument. Who's first? So we got the bathroom door frame in the chamber.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yep.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Yep.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
Yeah.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
There's the contradiction.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it.
Nope.
We already know the answer.
Not quite.
The incident took place. Sayaka was first. She then fled into the...
Then the killer ran and they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try... Because Sayaka had locked it.
Bang!
No, that's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
Because it couldn't be locked, because it was a boy's bathroom. That's such a weird distinction, though, to be honest, between the rooms.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
True.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door...
Yeah, Makoto's so lucky. He's got a cruddy door. He's the first one. He's the main suspect in the first murder case. Something tells me there's a good chance he's going to be the main suspect in the second murder case as well, somehow. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I hope he's not the suspect in all of them, because at least in... That does come up occasionally in Ace Attorney, but most of the time you're not your own main suspect, but sometimes you are.
That's not lucky at all.
Really isn't.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Yep.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Oh yeah, it was switched to look like it was... They thought it was Sayaka's room because the switch of the nameplates. Yeah. The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was the crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
Because the nameplates were switched.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
Except it's not, Hifumi, except it's not.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Great reaction. Again, that'll be me probably in like case 3 or case 4, or like later in the game. I don't know how many cases there are. I imagine there's at least 4. If I had to guess, there's either 4 or 5. But yeah, like later in the game, that's gonna be me.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms.
Yes, ma'am.
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then...
The door would have been locked.
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
Yes, sir.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
And that's what exonerates Makoto.
That is a definite possibility.
I love him so much. Tagami, Celeste, and Kyoko. I really like Hifumi a lot. But I just love the, like, Junko, too. Junko was up there, but I feel like, especially since she's dead, Tagami, Celeste, and Kyoko, probably my top 3. Chihiro is adorable, so I really like her a lot. But I feel like Tagami, Celeste, and Kyoko, I don't know the order, but they're probably my top 3. Just initially, anyways.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
And Mondo is great. I like Hiro a lot too, but Mondo is fucking awesome. Mondo and Tagami are probably my favorite boys. Kyoko and Celeste are probably my favorite girls. But there's others I really like Chihiro.
Then
oh, and Toko
couldn't have done it.
Oh, Jesus, I forgot about Toko. Toko is amazing. Oh my god, Toko is a huge contender for my favorite, actually. I love Toko. I totally derped on Toko for a second there, and Hifumi's great. Man, there's a lot of great ones. I'm not gonna miss Leon. Sayaka's not the biggest. I feel like out of all the people, because Leon's totally gonna be the killer, obviously. Sayaka's, that's a loss, but like, it hurts, but it doesn't kill me. I feel like of all the people that died, Junko, that just caught me so off guard. I was like, what just happened? Like, Junko is probably the one that I'm gonna miss the most, I think. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
No thanks, Hifumi. I'm gonna keep going, and then I'm gonna save after I win this case.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Terrible idea. Because obviously you all get screwed if you don't pick the right person.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh my god, look at Leon's face right there. Oh, that's interesting. That takes off like that takes off the whole, not just the text, but all of that. Look at Leon's face. That's freaking great.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
Dang! Even Celeste is dumping on Hina now.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Or Hina.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
I feel like this whole case is just people triggering Asahina.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
I actually have no idea.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Oh my god, we zoomed in.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
The only thing I could think of, because I do think Sayaka was trying to kill, again, Leon probably. The only thing I could think of is that Sayaka let him in, maybe. Because otherwise, yeah, because if she... I don't know how she would have got Leon to her room / Makoto's room, though. That's the only thing that doesn't make sense to me, is why would he have been there in the first place?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Yeah, definitely not.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
That's not possible.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Yeah.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
Yep. Hifumi's got the right idea.
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Well, yeah, because of what her yeah, okay, never mind. Well, I think that is it, but not that they just randomly came to her, but she somehow got Leon to come to her. Like, she somehow, like, made him show up. I don't know how, but she somehow got him to show up. Because she wanted him to come. It wasn't like he wanted to come. That's how I'm picturing it. Because, again, my theory is that Sayaka did want to kill him, and all the signs with the knife and everything point to the fact that Sayaka was trying to commit murder and then just failed because Leon's a beast and he was able to kill her in the process instead.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Oh, I know my place.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
It's awkward because he's pointing, but Makoto's right next to him. Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was, the room switch. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka could let someone in because the switching of the rooms, yeah. And we also have the nameplates, but I think we definitely want to use the room switching, right? Does it say anything about... Yes, Sayaka had originally asked... Yeah, okay. Definitely the switching rooms then. Let's do it. Take that!
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Yes, sir. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
True.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Yep. Here we go.
Huh?
That's what I was thinking, and yeah, Makoto hasn't even considered this possibility because he's such a simp for Sayaka.
Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
Yep, and now the simp is triggered.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Oh, and that's how she must have sent this to Leon. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? And she said that specifically because she changed the nameplates, yep.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
Oh, that's badass.
And these are the words that appeared.
Yep.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Yep.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
I'm sure plenty of people have done that before in their own notebooks in school. I know I have, back in the day, when I was younger.
When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Oh my god, that's great.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
Meanwhile, Mondo looks like he's about to drop a nuke on someone's ass.
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
In other words, it was either Makoto or Sayaka who wrote it.
Huh?
Yep.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Yep.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
Yep.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, ma'am. Honestly, I feel like saying no, sir. Kyoko, I feel like I should be calling her sir. Or daddy.
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Not sure I'd call that a signature, but alright, girl. Then, that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
To lure her prey?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
The killer.
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Look at Ifumi assuming the killer's a man, even though the killer is a man, but also like... You're also implying that a young woman could resist that invitation.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Bullshit. Oh my god, Hifumi, what the hell?
But can we be sure anyone even got this note?
I guess that's a fair point, Celeste.
And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Interesting.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Yeah, I'm interested too.
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Absolutely, Celeste.
Very well then. Pay attention.
See, Celeste, I feel like I should be calling Mistress. Kyoko gives me daddy vibes, Celeste gives me mistress vibes. Alright, another non-stop debate. Here we go. Make your argument. Let's hear what Celeste has to say. Dorm nameplates are loaded in the chamber.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Man, the way she says that.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Yep.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Not quite.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Nope.
So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
Nope.
It certainly would seem that way.
Because the nameplates were switched. We could skip all this.
Sayaka and Makoto, but in the note, it specifically says, my...
I see. So if someone... then they would have gone to Sayaka.
Exactly. The room that
No, that's wrong.
Got him. Break.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
Yep.
They got switched?
Yep, and she didn't know that.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Yep.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
And if she was actually afraid, she wouldn't have done that, because it would have defeated the purpose, but she was actually trying to kill someone.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Yep.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Also true.
And the one who switched the names was... well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right.
Okay, then who did it?
Obviously Sayaka. There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms was Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two, in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. I know it's Sayaka who said this, but, you know. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the room wrong, okay? The wrong room, okay? And that's why she emphasized that part.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Yep.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
Yep.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To murder them?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room.
Alright, now we're gonna get into the actual crime.
That's where the answer lies.
Fair enough, Kyoko.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
I don't think so.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
That's useless, Taka. Come on, man!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Yeah, basically what I said, Mondo.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Sounds good, girl.
Yes, I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
Yeah, let's see what happened.
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
It definitely was because of the scratches on it.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because of the gold. When you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. Yeah, it's just going to be her wrist itself because, yeah, she's got the gold on her wrist. That's like super obvious, game. Even for this case, that's obvious. Wow.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
I'm really into this, though. As obvious as everything is, I know I'm probably not saying too much, but I'm really into it. Like, I love the pacing of the case. The different game modes are interesting, and like I keep saying, I can tell down the line when we're actually in a much more difficult case, where it's not, things aren't as obvious. This is going to be even more engaging, but this is super engaging even when I'm like 99.9% sure that Leon did it.
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
Yep.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword.
Man, the picture with the X out is really funny.
You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
Yep.
And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Yep.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room and what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. Oh, wow, there's even more to learn about non-stop debates. Let's hear it. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Yeah, I would say I'm pretty comfortable. Starting with the next bit. Okay, here we go. Multiple truth bullets in your truth cylinder. All right, so we're going to have to spin the cylinder like it's freaking Russian roulette to get to the proper bullet, I assume. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullet. Okay, so now we actually have to pick the evidence. So they're going to load our gun with different sauces. Okay. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the L1 button for me to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Okay, so L1, obviously triangle to fire, but L1 to rotate the cylinder. Or you can hold down LB. No, I'll probably just press L1 and just keep pressing it till I find what I need. That's probably easier. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded in the cylinder. Okay, so that's what the logic difficulty does. Okay, so I can't remember if I chose kind or mean, but I think I hope I chose mean. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty, okay, I must have chose mean, okay. So I get the most amount, so like later on I'm gonna have like a million, or I guess it's a gun, so it can't have more, it's a revolver, so it can't have more than 6, but I assume, I'm gonna have 6, or like down the line I'm gonna have 6 or whatever, but I'm gonna have the most amount. Okay, that's cool, that's what I want. I want the most options and make it the most difficult. For the things of like trying to figure it out, like I want the most challenge. Where I'm scared is actual gameplay. If there's actual, like, mechanical gameplay, I'm scared I'm gonna get stuck on it because I suck at games, but, you know. And GLHF. Oh, the soundtrack. Oh, I love it. Oh, make your argument. Let's go. Okay, we got the sword sheath, we got the sword, and we got the kitchen knife set. Okay. We got 3 bullets in the chamber. Let's do this.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword.
Okay.
And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
Okay.
And that's exactly what happened.
If the person with the sword really did attack first, there's no explanation.
When the fighting broke out...
It's the sheath, right?
The culprit grabbed
yeah, I think it's the sheath.
And that's when the first blow was a sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizo.
So she grabbed the kitchen knife, but then
No,
the
it's the
culprit
first part.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's the first part. It's the fact that the sheath got damaged, and if the sword... What I'm thinking... Okay, so this took me a second to figure out, but Sayaka wanted to kill Leon. Presumably Leon, but obviously Leon. So when Sayaka would have pulled out the knife to attack him, and he must have grabbed the sword to block, so he used the sheath to block before actually unsheathing the sword. And that's how the sword sheath got scratched. That actually took me a second to figure out. That was actually probably the hardest thing so far. Still pretty easy, but everything else has been instant. That didn't actually click with me right away. Alright.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the... And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Got him!
No, that's wrong.
Right? I'm so used to the music stopping.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
I'm so used to Ace Attorney where, like, most of the time you object, the music stops when you get it right, and so it was like the music kept going, so I was like, oh no. It's just so hardwired into my brain.
Huh? Why not?
Man, I really gotta do Ace Attorney 6 and the Great Ace Attorney games one of these days. If this Let's Play isn't, like, totally hated anyways.
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Yep.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
It's pretty simple, man.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Yep.
If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
Sayaka attacked first.
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Yeah, this is turning out to look like self-defense now, isn't it? Which makes it kind of sad because I'm assuming Monokuma doesn't give a shit that it's self-defense and is gonna kill him anyways.
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
Definitely not.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Yeah, it makes no sense, and he just realized it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Oh, her hands! I was thinking the wrist, but yeah, she has no gold on her hands. That's what it is. Yep. That was a little babying that I actually didn't mind, Kyoko. I probably would have figured it out pretty quickly, but it wasn't something I immediately thought of. The part of her body that shows she never used the sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of the body would you... Which part of your body would have to touch it? Her palms.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right?
Yes, sir!
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
Yep.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Because that frickin' sword just shits gold everywhere.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it.
Yep.
In fact, if you look,
Jeez.
You'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle.
There's literally almost no gold left.
It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. there's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
That seems very unlikely that in that type of panicky situation you would think to wash your hands.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Oh no, Toko, you're adorable. Dude, we need to simp for Toko when we get free time again before she maybe dies. I don't know. God, I love her. And it's funny. It's funny because you got freaking Hifumi on the edge of the screen over here being a weirdo, but Toko is my girl. It's also funny because the writing prodigy and the fanfic creator are right next to each other.
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at night. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of this. I was just thinking of how she probably wouldn't do that in a panic situation, but obviously the water was off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
And the water's off from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Yep, nighttime.
In other words, at nighttime.
Yep.
And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Yes, sir, Makoto, sir.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Jesus, Toko, it's been what, like 3 days, 4 days? What the hell, girl?
Oh my.
Yeah.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
Jesus, Toko. I mean, you're probably not wrong, but Jesus, Toko.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
What? An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword.
Yes.
But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka. The one who damaged the sheath would have had to have been the one without the sword, which was obviously Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
Makoto's gonna finally realize what we've been talking about for a while, that Sayaka clearly wanted to commit the crime.
But we already said that the attack started with...
Nope.
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Yep.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Sayaka?
Yep.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
That face, he's way too excited about this, but man, I love this man. What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
Yeah, that's a more appropriate face, I feel like.
And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Yep.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Yep, she was gonna kill Leon and then frame it on Makoto, yep.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms...
Yep!
...was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Oh my god, you could dub, unnecessary censorship, if you've ever seen those videos. You could really add something to that sentence.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
Yep!
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying.
To Makoto's room.
And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
Makoto.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret.
Yep.
If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
Yep.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know, he's a pretty big simp.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
Yeah, I'm with Byakuya on this one.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Yep. She was using you, man.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
God, that smile.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
It sounds like it.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I know, man. It's pretty wild.
But in the end, her plan backfired.
Yes.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn.
Yep.
That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Makoto's still simping her, of course.
Because...
Aww.
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
Shut up, Monokuma.
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Whatever.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Yeah, there is that.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Yeah, that's what's most important.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Yep. Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Are we gonna get another non-stop debate? Yes, we are. Make your argument. Okay, what's in the chamber? Dying message. Oh, just the dying message. All right, let's load it. Let's lock and load.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Well, that's it right there.
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Wow.
Die!
Calm down, girl.
If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
That is true, though, to be honest. Yeah. Let's, it's the
It's easy just to say, hey, but there just aren't any more clues, right?
Bang! Take that!
No, that's wrong.
Objection. No, that's wrong is so lame. All right, let's do it.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Yeah, it's 11,037, aka totally not Leon.
Dining, wait, what did you say?
God, I don't know why that was funny. Dude, look at Toko's face.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
Yep.
11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Yeah, it's literally the killer's name.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask.
Oh?
Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
That's a fair point. There's no question that Sayaka wrote it, that message, and I could prove it. Yeah, because her left index finger has the blood. That's really not proof, to be honest, but fair enough.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it.
Yep.
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
That's fair.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still.
Yeah, I think we're kind of jumping that a little fast, but okay.
What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
Computer nerd, wow.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
That's an adorable face. And then you look next to her and you got these giant-ass dudes, freaking Hiro and Tagami next to her. Oh my god, I just realized she's in between like two of the tallest characters.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just, look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 11, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Oh, they noticed the little, like, N thing that's kind of gone.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Yep. Wow, they're even giving us that the 11 is actually an N. Wow.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
What the hell, Mondo?
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Never talk about getting excited, Hifumi. I don't care what cells you're talking about.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
How about Leon? Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Wow! She's just giving us the whole thing. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, they are really spoon-feeding this to us. Also, I just realized she's also... I mean, she's not nowhere near as short as Chihiro, but she's in between two huge potatoes in Sakura and Mondo. She's in between the heavy hitters. Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Wow, okay.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
Not really.
So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Oh, this is cool. Oh, wow, you can even... Oh, that's interesting. You can even pick people who died. That's really interesting. I wonder if there's any chance... Oh, that would be insane. Imagine if someone commits suicide and that's one of the cases. That would be dark as shit. But obviously it's, Oh. Why'd it jump? Oh, that must be... Oh, that's just where I guess Monokuma is. Or he's in the background, but that's his spot, I guess you could say. There he is, Leon Kuwata. I choose you. Bang.
Here's my answer.
Here's my answer.
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
Now we've accused Leon, and now we're gonna have to prove it. We're gonna have to use the glass ball thing. I'm not sure what else will come up.
If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters Leon.
Yes, sir.
Leon, or more accurately, Leon.
What? What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it.
She hid it from Leon.
In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting...
Oops, damn it.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Damn it, I skipped that. Yes, I remembered the button. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted. Sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Oof.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Yeah, that damn...
The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
That amazing throw that he made. The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of... Yep. Where is it? Yeah, oh wow, it's literally the Oh, wait, whoa. Sorry. It's the burnt shirt piece. We're not quite at the crystal ball yet. Take that!
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
Yes, sir!
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
Yep.
but one piece burned off and got left behind.
Yep.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked.
And yeah, there was no way for them to, do the sauce because, yeah.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Got it.
What?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
But only Leon could make that throw because he's the ultimate baseball player, the ultimate baseball star. Jesus Christ, how freaking tall. I almost want to go back. I'll have to, after this, when we get into the second chapter, I'm gonna have to look at how freaking tall these guys are again, because holy shit. Byakuya towers over Chihiro, like holy shit.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. How it was disposed of. Yeah.
I got it! If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna say.
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
Unless you're the ultimate baseball star, Leon.
You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty.
It wasn't Hifumi.
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
No, because if that was the case, they wouldn't have left that burnt scrap behind. Or the shattered glass ball.
Interesting.
Damn, Hifumi. Oh yeah, he just realized that he just accused him. No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. That's exactly what proves Leon is the real killer. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Make your argument. Let's do it. Shattered crystal ball in the chamber. Is that it? Yep, that's all we need.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Nope.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me? No!
No! And that's why I like to go through all the dialogue, because I don't want to miss ridiculous dialogue like that. It's just like Ace Attorney. I like to press everything, get all that dialogue. Alright, let's fuck Leon up.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
No.
So the only one who could get to the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator
Oh no, that's actually
in order
the one.
To destroy the evidence.
Yeah, I actually got a little trigger happy there.
That's wrong.
Get it? Trigger happy? Yeah, that's the one. Here we go.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
Stealing Yasuhiro's ball and then throwing it.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Unless you got a nasty fastball.
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was to throw it, of course.
I got it! The killer simply
Divine
took
with
aim
it.
at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
That would be funny.
All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
Jan Kawada did.
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was here. Down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy?
Hifumi had the key. So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
Because he was the ultimate baseball star.
Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
Yep.
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room.
Yep.
The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
Way too sloppy if they had the trash room key.
If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Yep.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Unless you were the ultimate baseball star.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Oh my god, they're really gonna say the ultimate baseball star. It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all for the killer because they're the ultimate baseball star. I like how the three people on here are the three people involved in this. Obviously, the actual person who did it, the person in charge of the trash room, and the person whose ball was used.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Damn.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
Not really.
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
Damn.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
Alright.
And with that, we can end this.
Let's do it!
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean end this?
Let's do it! Let's end it!
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed.
Alright, so we're gonna go through a summary of the case.
Now here's what happened.
The closing argument is about to begin. Yeah, let's hear it. How does this work? Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. Excuse me? What? However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panel. Oh, I can't wait to see this. This sounds really fun. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the A button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, GL and HF. Alright, let's see what this is. We have to make a comic. Let's see it. Closing argument. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is sick. Oh, this is sick, and we got all these different things. Okay, so Sayaka... Okay, so these are all of our options. We have 10 pages, and we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 options. So one of these is not going to be used. No, that's wrong. I wanted this one. Yeah, so you got Sayaka and the killer, and then the Sayaka's being all yandere, and the sword's behind the killer. You move over here. They go for it. They try to attack them, and then they block it with the sheath. She attacks again. And then they fuck her up with the sword, so it's this one, right? Then over here... Oh, but that... Oh, wait, no, is that this one? Wait. No, I think I have everything like one spot. Actually, yeah. If we go like this is the first one. Then we go over here. We take both of these out. Then it's this one. Then it's, then the block. Then Sayaka gets wrecked. And that's Act 1. And now we have Act 2 over here. Sayaka makes her way to the bathroom. And then he goes for the door. He gets in the door with the knife. And then he kills her. But then she leaves the dying message. She dies, and now the message is there. Act 3, now he's got to clean it up. So he finds the lint roller, he cleans it up with the lint roller, and then he does the baseball move, and he throws the thing. And then... Ooh. He throws the shit in the incinerator. And he leaves it, and then there's a missing piece. Yep, that looks good to me. Alright, here we go. Let's reenact. Gotcha!
The killer is you!
Or the killer is you. Oh!
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
Oh! They're playing the theme! The main Danganronpa theme! Oh, that's sick. They play the main theme during this part. This is so cool! Yo. Yo!
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room.
This is so sick.
From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Oh my god, this is so cool. Yo.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for.
Oh my god, this is so great. Oh my god, this might be my favorite thing in the game so far. This is probably the best moment since Junko's death. I don't know if it's better than Junko's death. This is so cool right now. This is so badass.
They grabbed the fake sword I'd put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
And it looks like I got everything right. Yeah, it looks like I've gotten everything right. I think.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I'd told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
Fair enough.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife.
Yep. And killed her ass.
And stabbed Sayaka.
I guess it wasn't really self-defense then. Like, it was initially self-defense, but the actual murder was not quite self-defense. It was more like revenge for trying to kill him in the first place. Interesting. Oh, this theme is so good. Yep, Leon.
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her.
Jesus. I love this art style.
And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence.
Yep.
First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood.
Sure.
Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area.
Yeah, especially since Leon has long hair.
They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt.
And that's where the ultimate baseball star did his thing.
They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
Gotcha! Yep.
The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
Yep. This is so cool. Oh my god, this is amazing.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator.
To be fair, even if he knew, there was nothing he could have done about it.
The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Damn. Oh my god, what the hell? What on earth? Ba-boom.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Damn! Complete. Yeah, we've beaten the trial.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room.
GG's, mate. GG's.
You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it.
To be fair, this is popular vote, so we could always take a vote and see who everyone thinks the killer is currently.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it.
We still got more evidence?
Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I'm actually confused. What other evidence do we have? Yeah, I'm actually with Makoto. This is the first, I'm legit have no idea. We have more proof. I have the evidence. Your first bullet time battle. Oh, okay, we're not done with this case. We have a bullet time battle, whatever the hell that is. Let's learn what a bullet time battle is. What on earth? Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. Why does this look like a rhythm game? What the hell? When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. This better not be a rhythm game. I'm gonna kill myself. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB BTW game. Chill. Alright, so the BTB. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time. It's a fucking rhythm game. Oh god, here we go. Here we go. Now I'm gonna get exposed as a terrible gamer. We actually have something that's like a legitimate gameplay mechanic. This is legitimate gameplay that's not... Yeah. How does this work? Exactly. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Okay. Press the A button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the Y button. So X to lock on, triangle to destroy as the tempo marker reaches the center. Interesting. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Okay, so X to target and then triangle to fire. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get in a tempo down situation, so it'll speed up or slow down. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. Okay, so it's literally a rhythm game. So watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At this point, you can press the triangle button for me to shoot it down with a truth bullet like any other statement. Okay. Sounds good. Refute the statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. Just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 and you run out of time, you fail. Well then, GLHF. Alright, I'm terrified. This is probably going to be really hard, but maybe not the first one.
Doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it.
Okay, so the toolkit's the smoking gun. It's not our toolkit, it's the fact that Leon used his toolkit to break through the door. He must have went back to his room to get the tools.
Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
Yeah, that would be the smoking gun for sure. They used something of their own to remove the screws? Could it have been... Yeah, because they didn't know it was Makoto's room. They thought it was Sayaka's room, so they didn't even bother checking to see if there was a toolkit, because they figured it'd just be a sewing kit.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
All right.
Stupid, 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 stupid.
I love how everyone else is just quiet right now. I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. All right, here we go. Bullet time, battle time. The moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof?
Okay, this is pretty easy
You
so
kidding
far.
me? Not a chance. You lie. Shut up.
Okay.
Where's your proof?
Okay.
You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me.
Okay.
Stupid. You lie. Stop
Okay.
talking. Shut up. Where's your proof?
Okay, that was really easy.
Where's your proof?
Bang.
This should prove it.
Okay, that was really easy. All right. Well, I imagine that it was really easy because it was the first one, but that was actually really easy.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed.
Yep. And you had to use your own toolkit. So if we go and check your toolkit, you will see that you used your screwdriver.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
A screwdriver, I assume.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
Yep.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
Yep.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
Yes, sir.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room.
Yep.
They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
And that's the smoking gun because it was Leon's toolkit that was used.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Their own.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Yep.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Yes, sir.
Stupid, stupid, stupid! Huh?
Yeah, he just realized that, no, we actually do have evidence.
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
Tell him, Tagami.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Yeah, definitely not.
Stupid.
Well, get fucked. Get fucked, mate. You suck.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Nope.
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Yes, we are. GG's, mate. Now it's the end of the case. I didn't see that bullet time battle thing coming. Oh, wow. Wow, it really is. I get... Oh, I was so close to a perfect score! I assume 1,000 is perfect? I was so close. Oh, man. I almost want to go back and try that again off camera. Just play this case again, try to get 1,000. That's sick. Oh, I got 79 coins, too. Nice. I just got 2 achievements. What's a mistrial and you must acquit? I don't know what either of those are, but I just got a couple achievements.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection.
Well, obviously, we're gonna say Leon.
Oh, just to remind you all, Make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
Also, I think my achievements will come up. My achievements haven't been coming up. I'm trying to, I'm gonna record this part a bit differently, see if the achievements will start coming up from now on. I don't know.
Okay, then let's get excited!
Hell yeah!
Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one?
I mean, it's so obvious it's Leon. Like, we've already proven it, so it's a little awkward at this point, Monokuma.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I feel like this dialogue would have made more sense at the beginning of the trial. Obviously, we pick Leon. Who is found guilty? Monokuma vote. Oh my god, it's got all the little characters. Got him. Nice. Woohoo! Looks like you got it right on the money! The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka,
Yahoo!
was none other than Leon Kawada. Yeah, I'm probably gonna play this case again and just try and see if I can like turbo through it and stuff, just for the fun of it. Because I also want to go through this case again before I play the next part, just to make sure there wasn't any little hints for future cases that I missed, because I was focusing on this case, even though it was obviously undid it.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, hold on.
Leon? Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch! What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
Was kill or be killed?
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all.
Oof.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? No, but you're about to die, mate. I mean, we saw what Monokuma did to Junko. I don't think you're gonna be able to escape this one. Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with is really the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Yeah. The pop video. Yep. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and that video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why? Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them? And Sayaka? I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. There's nothing I could do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy, howdy. The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill somebody just because of those relationships?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
She seems so nice and lovely on the inside. Sorry, on the outside. But inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say?
Phew.
I understand. Really, I do. Yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal.
Right?
Compassion intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us! This is all your fault! Sayaka being forced to do something like that? All of it. Everything. It's all your fault! Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron. Strong enough, I was sure it would leave a bruise. One, because Makoto's a little bitch boy, but also because I'm sure Kyoko could throw the freak down.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Yeah, she's right. Damn it!
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did. Alright, Yoda.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment. Oh boy. This is gonna be disgusting. I just know it.
Punishment?
Are you gonna get a cutscene for it, or...?
You mean execution?
That's exactly what we mean, Leon.
Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense. Not quite.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him.
Huh?
Huh? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation. The mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Uh-oh, did you awaken to your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetrate war all over the world. Wow, that's deep. Jesus. Yeah, again, going into the mastermind's more larger, like, politics and ideals and what, like, their ideologies is the word I'm looking for. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up! Okay, well, anyway, more importantly...
Thrills, chills, kills!
Thrills, chills, and kills, apparently. Let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment!
I'm begging you, please, don't do this!
Poor Leon.
Hey, come on now.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star. I get the feeling it's gonna involve a bat, and it's gonna involve him getting repeatedly bludgeoned to death with a bat. That's my guess. Probably gonna be something cooler than that, though.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
They're really building this up.
No!
What the fuck is about to happen? Oh god, we got a cutscene, don't we? Oh god, cutscene. You're guilty. Yep, game over. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. What is this? Freaking... Okay. Collared. And there he goes. Jesus Christ. Okay. And I see a baseball scoreboard. Okay. So we got the baseball theme. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Baseballs. Oh, they're just gonna shoot baseballs at him till he dies. Oh God. The 1,000 blow. Oh God, 1,000 baseballs? Bludgeoned to death by baseballs! What the hell? Jesus Christ! I just spit all over my monitor, by the way. Trying to clean this while also watching this brutal murder. And yeah, there's all the blood, of course. That doesn't actually look pink. Jesus! Yeah. It's like the despair faces from the OP. A couple of them have, the one person with no Jesus. Jesus. Like, even Celeste had some sweat. She didn't have much of a facial reaction, but she had some sweat. Kyoko had no reaction, though. Jesus. 1,000 baseballs. That's an interesting way to die. Good lord, that's insane. And then there were, what, 12 now? Because we've lost Junko, Sayaka, and Leon. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. And yeah, you can see the facial expressions. Only a couple people no-selling it, like Sakura and Kyoko. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control! Jesus, Monokuma. Yeah, that'd be my reaction. What's going on?
I can't take it.
Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Well, hey, if you don't like it. All you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that. Jesus.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you! Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
I'm noticing that my Hifumi and my Monokuma are way too close to each other. I don't know what to do with for Hifumi, honestly. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. That's hot. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened happened. Because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? That's an interesting film. No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. Ooh, interesting. Very curious to learn what Monokuma's talking about right now. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
I highly doubt that, but I guess we'll find out. What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Oh. Anyway, let's get to the Blackened's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after. Oh my god, is this really a social experiment? Oh my god, is this really some, like, Hunger Games, entertainment, social experiment bullshit. Like, what the hell? When he said everyone, I just assumed he was referring to all the other students, and obviously he was bullshitting, but that's just like a Monokuma thing to say. But yeah, if everyone's actually referring to people who aren't the students, then that is really interesting, because that implies that more than just the mastermind is watching this.
Hey.
Which implies that either the government's behind this, and it's some type of weird government experiment, or it's... I don't even know. I don't know what else it could even be. When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. Interesting. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Huh. Jesus Christ. Is that it? No, we're still going. Alright, whenever the chapter ends, I'm just gonna call it there. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. So whenever we get the save point, that's where I'll stop the episode. Scared of being alone. Jesus, Taka crying like a motherfucker. And Mondo's like, ugh, fuck. Aww. Chihiro, you're so adorable! No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. It was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about.
It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me. Yeah, what are you getting at here, Kyoko? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect... Oh, okay, by writing the killer's name, she helped us catch Leon, and in the process, helped us not die, because if Leon got away with it, the rest of us would have got fucked. So yeah, I guess that is, in a weird way, that was by, yeah, because Makoto was the one that would have been, was the obvious suspect at very first glance. So, by writing Leon's name, she helped us steer us towards Leon, instead of Makoto. Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong button there. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. It's really weird because you know what it is? I feel like Kyoko almost sees some of herself in Makoto, which I know is weird because they don't seem anything alike. But I feel like Kyoko sees potential in Makoto for whatever her mystery profession is. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm gonna carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. Well, there you go. She just straight up said it. I don't think Kyoko's the mastermind. It's too obvious. But what the hell is she? I'm really stuck between detective and assassin. I feel like secret agent is probably correct, like a Japanese special agent of some kind. So she probably has like detective training, assassin training, and like various other things. Because she's got the gloves, which very vibes with that. But also just in general, what I'm thinking is, like I said, if it was just detective, I don't know why it would be question mark. Why would they hide that? As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile. Yeah, Kyoko likes Makoto, but not in the same way that Sayaka quote-unquote liked Makoto.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well... I'm psychic. Oh my god, Makoto! He did say Sayaka and Leon were gonna live on through him, in a way. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh my god, if that's a thing where like each character dies, he's gonna pick up quirks of them. Oh, poor Junko. She's just getting screwed in all this. But like, oh my god, if he starts doing that, like the Sayaka gag, that would be amazing if that keeps up. That's actually really cool writing, I'm not gonna lie. It's probably just gonna be that one time, but that's still like, that's awesome. That's so cool. Oh my god. Shouts to Sayaka. She wasn't that bad, all things considered.
What?
Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Aww. My girl. That's it. Chapter 1, To Survive. Oh, that was called To Survive Deadly Life. Ooh. 3 gone, 12 to go. Jesus Christ. To be continued. And there's the Monokuma eye thing. We got the Despair Bat. 1 is the loneliest number. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was Danganronpa episode 5. That was the trial. I have no idea how long this part was. Obviously, right after I sign off, I'm going to check out how long the part was, of course. And you guys will obviously know how long the part was because that YouTube will obviously tell you when you guys log in. But that felt like a long part. I mean, that felt like it was probably like a 2-hour part. I don't... You know, I mean, 2 hours are kind of like what I'm trying to go for. I kind of want my parts to be around, like, just under, just over. Like, I want to be in the range of 2 hours. I don't want to be, like... So, essentially, like, I don't want to... If possible, I don't want to be under 90 minutes, and I don't want to be over 150. So, I want to be in the 2-hour range. I want it to be kind of, like a good amount. I feel like I want it to be somewhat akin to what my normal, like, reaction sets would be for a weekly rotational series. But I also want it to kind of average maybe a little higher than some of those because I feel like there's so much time that I just dick around with this that I want to still give you a good amount of content because I don't know how I'm going to release this exactly, but at least when I'm recording this, my plan to release this is to release 1 episode a week as its kind of own series on like on a specific day of the week, separate from the rotation. If you guys even know what I'm talking about, because currently I am planning on releasing this on its own channel. I mean, on my main channel. I don't think I'm going to make a separate channel for the gaming, but maybe I will. But even if I do, I doubt I'd be releasing this more than once a week. I mean, I guess if it was on its own channel, it might be like twice a week or something. I don't know. But I don't think it's going to be on its own channel. I imagine it will be probably on my main channel. And if it is on my main channel, I expect it will be a once-a-week series that'll be on a specific day, and I don't know what day that would be. But that's what I'm assuming, so that's why I kind of want the parts to be kind of long, because I don't think I'm going to be giving you more than 1 part a week. I don't think. If this is on its own channel, this might be like twice a week, but if it is on the main channel, like I think it will be, like my reaction channel and my gaming channel will just be one and the same, then it'll probably only be once a week. But I have no idea, because at the time I'm recording this, it's March, and The earliest I'm going to start this playthrough officially is April, so that's at the earliest. I have no idea. It might be months and months down the line when I actually start releasing these. I might not start releasing these until I finish the game. I have no idea currently, because I still haven't figured out what I want to do with the thumbnails. I still haven't figured out if I'm going to get any fan art commissioned for this, because that's something I've been thinking about. But we'll see. Anywho, that was really cool. That was a really fun first chapter. It was very predictable in the sense that they made it very obvious that Leon was the killer pretty early on in the investigation. So it wasn't that, like, we had, like, an excitement in, like, trying to figure out who did it, really. But it was still interesting to learn how the game works and to see how a trial works. Because that trial was, it wasn't quite breakneck, but it almost felt like it. That was an intense, and like I said, like, I think that was a good, like, 2 hours, or I don't know exactly how long this video is, but we've been at it for a while, and that was really intense. And that was the obvious case where we knew who the killer was. I imagine in the next case, certainly at least by the end of the game, we're going to have cases where I don't know who the killer is going into the trial, and probably for a good amount of the trial, and we're figuring it out, you know, more, you know, like, we're figuring it out as we go, and just investigating the scene isn't going to give us enough info to actually figure it out. We actually have to go through the debates and go through all the evidence to try and figure it out more in the style of later Ace Attorney cases. I feel like, you know, I hate to make the Ace, I hate to keep bringing up Ace Attorney. Great games, by the way. If you've never played, if you're a Danganronpa fan and you've somehow not played Ace Attorney, I was the Ace Attorney fan who had somehow not played Danganronpa until now, but if you're the opposite, I'd highly recommend it, because Ace Attorney, freaking awesome. So much fun. And definitely, there's a lot of comparisons I would make. But this definitely feels like more of a video game than Danganronpa, than Ace Attorney, which I feel like is a bit more of a visual novel. Even though this is still very much a visual novel, but I feel like it's a bit more of a hybrid between a VN and a video game. A proper video game. But yeah, this has been really fun. I'm so excited for Chapter 2. I'm excited and nervous as hell to see who dies next. There's a lot of people I don't want to die. Celeste, Kyoko. Well, Kyoko I think is safe. But Celeste, Chihiro, Tagami, Mondo, Hifumi. Like, there's so many people I don't want to see die, and I'm terrified. Oh, Toko, of course. And I'm really interested. And there's so many things at play. There's the Mastermind. There's Genocide Jack. There's the second floor, and possibly even a third floor. Like, who knows how many floors we even have. But at the very least, there's a second floor. There's still rooms that we haven't even been in. Like, we haven't even been in the bathhouse or the, you know, the onsen or whatever. We haven't been in any of that yet. There's so many things that we haven't even gotten to at all that was completely not a part of the first chapter. So even just in the first floor, there's things that we haven't even been in. I don't even think that's the only room. I'm pretty sure there's another room that we've never been in, if I'm remembering correctly, but I'm trying to forget what that... I don't know. I might be wrong. But we definitely have not been in the bathroom, at the very least. The bath room, not the bathrooms, the bath, like, or the bathhouse, or whatever you want to call it. We haven't been in that, and there's like 3 separate rooms of that. So I imagine there's probably going to be a whole case, maybe the next one, that's all about that. Or at least there's going to be like a story moment, even if it's not the case, because we did have like various story moments throughout the first chapter and the prologue, besides just like the case stuff. Like, there was like the morning meetings, which I assume we're going to have the morning meetings continuing on and all that. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where this story goes. I think now that we've finished the first chapter, I think we're really going to get into the meat of the game. We're going to get more free time. We're going to get to talk to maybe Chihiro, maybe Toko, maybe Celeste, Tagami. I don't really know exactly who we're going to focus on. We did some Chihiro before, and I'm curious. I don't know who I want to focus on, but I like I said, some of those people maybe, but we're going to learn about some potatoes. We're going to have some fun, and I'm just really excited to see where the actual story goes. Obviously, I have full intentions to do all of the spice with all of the potatoes and learn everything that's possible about them down the line, even if we have to go back or whatever. We'll figure that out eventually, but for now, we're just flowing with the story, seeing where it goes, and I'm having a blast. I hope you guys are having a blast as well. I don't really have much else to say, so I think I'll sign off here. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 5 of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I'm excited for episode 6, where we start chapter 2. It took us 4 episodes to do chapter 1. I mean, given how long the parts are, I hope that might be an average. If we could do like 4 episodes apart, if we could spend like 2 episodes doing the pre-game stuff, like the normal stuff, 1 episode on the investigation, 1 episode on the trial, I'd be fine. But I don't even know. Like, I don't even know if it's a situation where, like in Ace Attorney, you have like breaks and stuff. I wonder if we ever have like investigation, trial, and then back to investigation, back to trial. I imagine, I'm just going to assume that every case is investigation, trial, and that's it. So which means that we might actually have more cases than I think. But then again, each time we have a trial, 2 people are going to die because you have the one that was killed and then the killer. So we can only have so many since we only have 12 students left. And that's, of course, counting ourselves as well. So big sauce. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough. Obviously, at the time I'm recording this, you guys don't even know I'm doing this playthrough, so I have no idea how it's been going. But if it's been going well, then that's great. If it's not been going well, then that sucks. But either way, I hope you guys have been enjoying the playthrough, and I hope you guys are excited for episode 6 of DGR when I jump in to the second chapter of the game. Flamin' Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day, and I will see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.